Hi, John Hand here, and the Pulsing Cinema movie of the day is Black Christmas, the classic Christmas time slasher film from director Bob Clark. Bob Clark, a man who worked in so many genres, from Children Should Play with Dead Things to this film to all the way to Christmas Story and Porky's, Turk 182. Oh my God, the late great Bob Clark, sadly passed on. But Black Christmas, some would call this his masterpiece. Many people find this to be one of their favorite horror films, one of the greatest slasher films ever made. A slasher film before Halloween kind of crystallized the idea of the slasher film. In fact, before Bob Clark passed away, there was a lot of talk that he had actually had John Carpenter collaborating with him on a sequel to Black Christmas, where the killer breaks out of a mental hospital and starts terrorizing other people. And it didn't come to anything, and Bob Clark actually gave the idea to him. And so there was the idea that parts of Halloween were actually directly connected to Black Christmas and Bob Clark, that Halloween came from a lot of different areas. It didn't come directly from Black Christmas. But again, just another weird direct connection there between Black Christmas and Halloween. But Black Christmas is a different type of film. Black Christmas, you could say, some people would call it a better film than Halloween. Some people love this film. Some people this is a classic of the genre. So what Black Christmas? What is it? It's Christmas time at a sorority house, and there's this obscene phone caller who keeps calling the sorority, and suddenly people start to kind of disappear, and they're not. They kind of turn up. They go away on Christmas vacation, and at the same time you have this big dynamic between one of the sorority women, played by Olivia Hussey, and her boyfriend, played by Keira DeLay, and there's some drama there. At the same time, the police detective John Saxon works to solve this mystery in time before Olivia Hussey meets a bad end. So it's got everything. You've got obscene phone callers. You've got this Christmas setting. You've got an unseen killer who's stalking and making obscene phone calls and doing all this stuff. Great early performance by Margot Kidder and the whole sorority house. It's not really a TNA fest. You feel that these characters, the Olivia Hussey and Margot Kidder, and all these people are just hanging around. And it's not just an excuse to show some nudity or something or what have you. You really feel the bonds between these characters, much in the way you feel the bond between Laurie Strode and Loomis and all of those kids in Halloween. In Black Christmas, it's much a little more tightly bound, their connections, because it's about these women in a sorority house and they're being terrorized by this unknown force from the outside, and they're trying to figure out who could it be, So it's a bit of that classic murder mystery. It definitely feels like more of a classic type film in some ways. But John Saxon is also great in the film. The score is just very, and the whole setting of the film is great. The Christmas setting is great, and for some people I know watch this movie every Christmas. It's one of their perennial Christmas movies. Oh man, I remember originally renting this VHS. The VHS is pretty striking. The cover is striking. It's been re-released on DVD. And the VHS had. I was trying to time shift it, and it had copy protection, that Warner VHS. So damn that Warner VHS. But it's been re-released on DVD and Blu-ray, and it's oh man, a classic of the genre. Of course, a precursor to Halloween, and that opening POV with the guy climbing up the sorority house. Very, very scary, and even today you're kind of like, how do they do that? Oh man, Black Christmas.